Hello, it's been a while. Obviously, for those of you who are new to this, I'm Callum. This is Tabletop Banter. It's a channel that I have with a friend of mine, Harry. We've just started doing some live streams again, and I haven't recorded a video in like well over a year, um, and figured I'd do something now, just a bit of a catch up, maybe go into detail about some of the projects I've been working on and why I've been away for so long. I know that Harry and I are looking to try and do some more live streaming in the future. So that will obviously be dependent on a couple of things like availability mostly, and availability of Harry more than anything, because my internet speeds are so bad that I basically can't host a live stream, but I can participate because my computer can just about, well, my computer's fine actually. My internet can just about handle a Skype call or something, which is irritating because actually my laptop's more than capable now, whereas before that was the thing that was holding everything back. But such is life. And anyway, so hello again. It has been a long time. I think first of all, I'll chat about sort of why I've been away, and then I'll talk about what hobby I'm on to. So there's kind of three reasons why I've been away. The first one is work. So those of you who have been long-time followers of the channel will know that I went to university. I studied economics at Swansea. I absolutely loved my subject and I really enjoyed being at uni. And then obviously my plan was to go and do a teaching degree. Well, I ended up stopping that actually, and basically after a couple of months realised it wasn't for me. And since then I've been in full-time employment, and I have had the same job the whole time, and it is all to do with data management for projects and assets. Effectively, it's not the most exciting thing to talk about with other people. I really enjoy it. I fell into it, and I really enjoy it. But I appreciate it's not for everyone, so I won't go into it too much. But that's probably been the biggest influence as to why I'm not making videos all the time. Because at uni, I could just wake up at 6 and do 4 hours of hobbying if I had a 1 hour lecture, and then pop into uni and then come back and do more hobbying. So I just haven't had the time, even though I've obviously now had the money to buy stuff. The other two reasons I kind of joined, they're actually just new hobbies I've enjoyed doing. So I have found a couple of things that I really enjoy outside of the hobby, which have taken up obviously weekend time and stuff like that. But and detracted from sort of the Warhammer hobby stuff. But I'm now into golf a little bit, so I really enjoy going out and getting some fresh air and playing some rounds of golf. They're not particularly good for anyone who is a fan of golf. I've just started tracking handicaps. I've left 21 at the moment, and I'm hoping to get that below 20 by the end of the year. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm really enjoying it, and it's nice to get out and do something different outside, which basically didn't exist to me. Sort of for the last handful of years prior to, well, last couple of years prior to starting work. And also cars. Like I've always had an interest in cars. I've just never had the money to be able to afford one I would deem remotely interesting. And I picked up an MR2 Roadster just over a year ago now. Wow, the one I've got now I picked up a year ago. I had one that was a total shitbox beforehand, but we won't talk about that. The one I've got at the moment, I've basically spent time and money working on it. Done a few modifications and stuff like that, which has been really good fun. I'm really enjoying it, and it's nice to have a car that I can take pride in. And I know that it's a big area of interest for me and always has been. So I think it's something that I'll continue to do in the future. Which will, again, I mean, the Warhammer hobby is what it should be. So before, for me, it was like a full time sort of hobby. You know, total distraction mode, get everything off my mind and just focus on the hobby. Whereas now it's definitely sort of just dipping in and kind of enjoying it a bit more actually because of it. I think it's really refreshed my mind having a bit of context to the rest of the world. You know what I mean? Like just focusing on loads of other things and then enjoying the hobby as a bit of downtime rather than it being my core focus in life. So that's kind of why I haven't uploaded videos, to be honest. I've not really had anything to share. I'm sure I've worked on stuff behind the scenes and done a bit here and there. And if you followed my Instagram, you'll know that I've not uploaded in probably the best part of a year again. Oops. Yeah, much the same. I've just found other things that I've really enjoyed doing. But I am back hobbying now, and not to the extent I was before, but kind of figured it'd be fun to share some of the stuff I've been working on with you over the next, I don't know how long I recorded videos for. So still very much in the heresy. Sorry, transitioning into my hobby stuff. I'm still very much into the heresy. It's still my core hobby game system, if you like. The word bearers are still very much a go. I've recently, well, I say recently, fairly recently, got to 100 tactical marines, and I played in an event with that, and it was really good fun. And I'll talk a bit about each army down the line. I'll probably actually do a showcase just to update you all on where I am with the armies that I do have. and that's across game systems. So it's not just Heresy. I've picked up Mortal Gods, which is a sort of a Greek historical skirmish style, not skirmish, but small model count game. Really good fun, like a really quick game, really fun dynamic rules, and it's been really enjoyable. I've been playing that with Harry, obviously, quite a bit, and a couple of the other guys who play Heresy as well. We've all kind of picked up Mortal Gods together. That's been really good fun too. The other one is Warhammer Fantasy. So that is not Age of Sigmar, but Warhammer Fantasy 8th edition. So I always fancied it, and I just never really got into it. And kind of had this epiphany that I was like, actually, do you know what? The game isn't supported. Who cares? It's a new game for me. Like I've never played it, and I've never really gotten into it. So I started with Lizardman. I'm doing a no slan Lizardman list, which is all about big monsters and little tiny skinks, and then like a little Chorosaurus. So really enjoying that. I'm sort of 2/3 of the way through a 2,000 point list at the moment, fully painted, which is great. And Harry and I will be playing some games when lockdown eases off and we're both free, which will be a couple of weeks away from today, or a few weeks away from today actually, because he's obviously done a small dwarf army using EM4 miniatures that we've talked about in our last live stream, which was kind of like a pilot test to see if we could get live streaming up and running. So yeah, really looking forward to being able to play with the Lizardman and having a good time. Literally just earlier today building a Bastiladon, which is really cool. Nice to be doing kits I've never come across before, and I do like the rank and file aesthetic, obviously, and we've touched about it touched about it in the past when it came to Ninth Age. And to be honest, really glad that I kind of had that epiphany on Warhammer Fantasy and just pick up the old rule books, and that they're dirt cheap because it's a game system that's not currently supported. But I don't really care. In terms of Heresy, sort of going forwards, I don't know how much more I'm investing time wise in the game. I mean, I'll go to events, play stuff, and I might pick up a unit here and there. But certainly from a Space Marine sort of, well, Adeptus Astartes perspective. However, the militia side of things has been an interest more of mine lately. So obviously, if you look back to the last video, I did a little hobby log, and this is going way back, on a demolisher I built for my militia. Now, I barely made progress on them. However, when I get around to doing individual army showcases, that will be one that I do because I really like the aesthetic I've gone for. It's like a medieval theme with laser guns, basically. It's using the Empire kits and meshing them together with some of the Mechanicum stuff, and then a couple of bits from Anvil Industries here and there, just to add sort of like backpacks and stuff like that. I'm really enjoying them, basically. Really, really enjoying them. Again, not something I'm going to hobby intensely in. Like I'm not going to commit hours a night, but it's nice to just pick up a little, 28mm human scale model and add some metallics now and again, or add a color here and there. Just have a bit of fun with it. So really enjoying that. I've got a Thunderbolt, which I'll do a build log on, I imagine, because that's quite a model, and I love the look of it. I think it's the coolest plane that they make at Forge World. That's why I bought it, and it's basically the reason I started a militia army, to be quite fair. So in terms of content on the channel, what you can expect from that perspective, I suppose, probably not a wealth. I'm going to try and aim to do about a video a week, there or thereabouts, and then hopefully like a midweek stream with Harry once a week or every other week, or there or thereabouts. So there might be weeks where we do two, there might be weeks where we do none, but the idea is to schedule them in a couple of days in advance, make a post on our Facebook page, which link will be down in the description below for that if you want to keep up to date with that sort of stuff. And we'll see if we can get some kind of live stream community going on. It would be lovely to be able to commit to a regular day, but both of us just can't. We have other, like I say, we have other lives, and it's really refreshing for my hobby to have a life outside of it. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't commit full time to doing live streams. It's just a nice little bit of extra fun on the side where I get to chat with my friend and paint some minis. So other stuff, like I say, the classic kind of hobby log stuff. I don't know about battle reports and stuff like that. Who knows? And I think Harry and I are looking at doing a sort of a live stream weekend. So for those of you who have been with the channel a while, you'll know we did 24-hour live streams. We've done a couple of those for charity, and we did obviously the build, paint, and play in a day Horus Heresy one, which was super intense. And I think that's put us off 24-hour streams, to be honest with you. However, the idea of the build, paint, and play stuff is still very much there, and we've done one for Ninth Age in the past, which just spanned a day and a half, and just kind of on and off streaming, and we'll do the same again. I think we're looking at maybe Middle Earth strategy battle, whatever the Hobbit / Lord of the Rings game, the GWD. And like I say, in terms of content from Harry, he's obviously always very welcome to post stuff, and I do try and coerce him into doing it a bit more. Again, it's a time thing, but he might well, after I've told him that I've put this one live, to just get his arse in gear and maybe showcase his dwarves for fantasy, or these cool little 15 mil miniatures that he's picked up for a 15 mil table, and his little like 99p rule set. So now that I've said that, I can maybe get him to commit to doing something for it. So that's it for this one. Really, it was supposed to just be a quick catch up and just to say hello and try and break the ice again while we try and put some videos together. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. Again, I can't promise that there's going to be super regular stuff. I'm aiming for once a week, but life gets in the way pretty quickly, and with other hobbies and stuff like that, I can't always guarantee that YouTube will be the first thing on my to-do list on a Monday for the rest of the week. But I'm going to try, and hopefully we'll get some of you along for that, and we can have a nice little. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll maybe see you around. Bye.